Hey guys, welcome back to Linda's Resin Room. So today I've got two different molds we're going to do. This one is a jar that I have been waiting for the weather to warm up for spring to make, but it's January, so I'm making it today. It has little butterflies around the top. Now, I suppose you could probably get down in there and paint those, but I don't want to. And it's got a butterfly for the handle. Now, what I'm going to do, this is a little off. I can't get it straightened back out. So I'm hoping that when I pour it, I can catch it before it completely cures. And then reshape it, put it on the jar, let it finish curing. Now, when you do that, guys, be very careful because they will get stuck together. But I've always been able to get them apart. That helps it to cure when it's misshapen. Now, I want to do my butterfly a solid color. So I chose this candy red by Eye Candy. I think it looks like it's going to be a very pretty red. I don't know. We'll see. I do have a 15% off discount code for Eye Candy if you use their products. I'll put it on the screen as well as it's always in the description. Then for the jar and the lid, I want it to be translucent. So I'm going to use this Tea Expert epoxy pigment paste. It's lime green. This is y'all know I'm a green girl. Love my greens and yellows. Green is my favorite color. And this is one of the prettiest greens in a translucent pigment paste I have ever seen. So I've got to use this. But I'm going to add a little bit of glitter. I got this from Mr. Fancy Pants. Nikki's Secret Sauce. Ava Gotta Go. I got a sister named Ava. It says shake well before each use. I don't know why you'd want to shake it. Shake, shake, shake. But anyways, I thought if that will pick up in that green, I will use some glue in this. Lord help me. Hopefully I don't get bubbles. Because I'm going to put a little glitter. I don't want to go heavy on the glitter. I want just a little bit, and I don't want every bit of it to sink. So that's what we're going to do with that one. Now, this is a Let's Resin mold I've had probably for a year. I don't know what to do with it. So I'm going to do it today. Now, let me open this to get that out of the way. Sorry about the crinkle. I do make a lot of noise. Got a little bee. He's got some little wings in there. I'm going to see if I can get some white down in those wings to cure up. And then we'll fill up the bee in the jar. And I might do the bee next. Do the wings, let them cure. Do the bee, let him cure, and then do the jar. I don't know. But he's got some bees around this jar as well. It's a honey pot. Isn't that cute? So I'm going to use my sand yellow from Eye Candy. This is a pigment paste. And I'll tell you guys, this is underrated. It does not look like that. When you mix this up and you cure it, it gives it this antique-y looking yellow, I think. I think it turns out beautiful. But this pigment, they had it on clearance, and I know you can still get it. They've regularly listed it on sale for $7 a jar, and these are normally, I think, around $15 or so. But the sand yellow you can get for that. Plus, you can use the 10% discount code. Did I say 15 earlier? It's 10. Sorry about that, guys. Don't want to mislead you all. But that's what we're going to do. So what I'm going to do is, first I see something in that mold. I'm going to use my, I have a 1 hour fast cure epoxy. I very rarely use this by Promise epoxy. It's a bit expensive, so I only have a gallon of it. So I've only used it once. But I'm going to use that for my little wings, and I'm going to use it for my butterfly. That way, hopefully in an hour, we'll use it for our bee as well. And then I'm going to use my regular Bond Crafter epoxy when I do everything else. And I do have a 20% discount code for Bond Crafter that I'll put on the screen for you all as well if you use their products. This one says 7 fluid ounces. And this is 1.7 fluid ounces. I love how Let's Resin puts it on their molds. But we're not going to need that yet. We will need this. I want to do Diaggy White by Eye Candy. I guess I forgot to get it. Where is it at? There's Glimmer White. Let's see. The Glimmer White, it looks like a crushed crystal to me. But daggy. I like this white. I'm going to use for the wings. Alright guys. So let's get to resin mixing. I am going to put it in the debubbler. I'm going to put it in small containers. Now, well, no, I ain't going to put it in the debubbler. If it's going to cure up in an hour, this is probably going to get thick quick. So, where's me a little cup? Ooh! I just dumped everything over. And I dumped it over again. Oh well. I find these little mixing cups work really well. And I'm probably only going to need about 15. It's pretty deep. We'll do 20. Let's see if I can turn this around where I can see it. It's in drams. Of course, because it's a medicine cup. Okay. Where's my part B? Part B is always your hardener. Ooh. Wish me luck that I don't get bubbles. Now let me get this around to where I can see it. I probably should have done this by weight, but yeah, you know me. I can't see my mark. Well, I've got 12 and a half. So we're going to have to do 25. Is this even marked 25? Yes, it is. All right, let me turn that heater off, of course. All right. 12 and a half, and we'll do 12 and a half. Maybe that's telling me I need that. I'm going to pour this over here, guys, so I can see the mark. And I don't have to pick it up. Okay. A little bit more. Okay. There we go. I'll put the link to everything in the description box. Oh, guys, if you all watch anybody else's channels, there is, oh, daggone it. It was just on the tip of my tongue. I was going to tell you somebody that's just started a channel. Very sweet lady. I'll look it up here in just a minute after I get this mixed. Very sweet lady. And I was going to tell you all to go show her some love. Check out her channel and her videos. I know what her name is, but I don't know what her channel name is. So I'm going to have to go look at it. Well, at least it's mixing up quick. Okay. I hope I don't get bubbles. I don't know how long you're supposed to mix this one. Let's see, does it say on there? Time saving, crystal clear, easy to use, maximum UV resistant, strong crystal clear, mix equal parts A, B, mix thoroughly, brush on seal coat, pour flood coat, remove air bubbles, cure 1 hour. Okay, it doesn't say. I probably got the papers in my paper box. Okay, I need just a little tiny bit of this for the white. Because I'm going to see if I can get that right down in those wings. Okay. I need a little more than that. Just in case. Okay, I'm going to set that over there. Let's get some of this red in here. And of course, I haven't opened it yet. I hope this is a pretty color. Eye candy every year. at Christmas. They do a 12 days of Christmas sale. If you've never checked their 12 days of Christmas sale out, you got to check it out. Every day for 12 days leading up to Christmas, they have a different sale every day. I always just look every day, and if there's something that I want to add, I put it in my cart. Make sure you're logged in so it saves it for you. And then on day 12, I go ahead and buy everything on Christmas. Because, did you see that fly? One day it's 30% off reds. The next day it might be 30% off blues. One day is so much off of like $5 hats, or so much off of their posters, or different sale, different day. I don't get anything every day, but when they do the colors, I do. Like they had the paste 30% off one day. They had reds one day, blues one day, whites one day, golds one day, greens one day. I guess Christmas colors maybe. But that's when you get the more expensive ones. Like the Yamagati red. That is such a pretty color. So I did get me a big jar of that. They have so many pretty colors. Okay. There's our red. They're pretty. Okay. Now, let's put our white in here. I don't need much of this. It's just a little tiny bit. Now I gotta see if I can find a syringe or something to get that. Oh, I know. It left me. I can see it. A pipette. Hitting menopause great. Takes your memory. All right, let's get us a pipette. I just need a small one here. Now let me look, and I'm going to tell you who that channel is, so I can't remember. All right. Visit channel. But definitely check her out. She's a very sweet lady. Like I said, Blessed Epoxy by Amy. Go share some love with her. Give her a thumbs up on some of her videos. She does some really nice work. But she's just getting started on her channel, and she could use some support. Okay, just pop a few of those bubbles. Now let's see if I can get this white down in those little wings without getting it everywhere. All right, I shake so bad. Yep, I just sputtered it. Suck up some more. First started using resin, I had all these pipettes, and I thought, what am I supposed to do with those things? And I never thought that I would ever use them. And man, I use them all the time now. They come in so handy. Okay, come on. Roll around down in there. I just need it to fill that little wing up. Okay, now, see if I can suck some more up for the other side. Now that little bit, I don't know if it's going to go down in there, or I might have to take tape and clean this up before I can pour my bee. And that's okay. I don't mind. Hopefully I don't get bubbles down in here. I think you'll be able to see through the mold and tell if you're getting bubbles or not. I'm just curious to see if I can get the resin to do this. Okay, get just a little bit more here. Need another little drop on this other side. Okay, I think I got that one. Now, what about this side over here? Okay. Oh, that wing's got plenty of room. It needs some more. I'm about to leave it half empty. I hope this don't come flying out of there on me. Alright. We'll let that cure up. And I will find something. Actually, I have a mold over here I've been putting whites in. I'll push that down, try to get all this out. This way I can put the rest of this color in that mold. It's a flower. Okay, let it drain down just a little bit. Okay, good enough. Now, get the little flower here. I guess I probably should do my red next. It might be thickening up. Let it pour down in there. Probably should have spritzed a little alcohol, but didn't think about it. And someone was telling me today on a comment about silicone oil. You rub your molds down with it and it makes them last longer. So, I am going to see if I can find that. I'm a little confused about it because when I look it up, it comes up 100% silicone and then it'll say for acrylics or for acrylic pours, or it will say treadmill lubrication and they all say 100% silicone. I'm not sure which one, so I may end up ordering the wrong one, but I am going to order some and try it. Can't hurt. Okay. I think that is good. Now, here's our flower. So, where's my little spatula? I'm going to see if I can get this little bit of white out of here. I know you're not going to see that pretty red if that's from the mold. If I put the red in there, you're not going to see it, so I might get another mold for it. Okay. I'm just going to roll this around. And let it coat the whole bottom. It may not. Kind of thick, isn't it? It's getting there. It's a little different white than the other white. Part of this is polyurethane. And then part of it is white paste. There we go. All right. Let's wipe this off. And that can go in the bin. Now, let's find us a little mold. Be right back, guys. So I have these little butterflies. I think I can get one of them. They're so cute. Just a little spritz. Let me get this off. 1 hour fast cure. Okay. Isn't that a pretty red? We can turn this into a magnet. The last ones I turned into hair clips. That's very pretty. Okay. See if I can get the rest of this red down in there. Perfect amount for this little mold. Actually could use just a little bit more, but it will be okay. What I should have done was save the white and then just poured the white and the red together. But I wasn't thinking, and I could have marbled them up. All right. There's that. Gotta clean my mold where I slung mica powders. All right, guys. We're going to let this cure up for an hour and come back and work on the rest of it. So, see you shortly. Guys, so these have cured up. They're touch dry. It's been about an hour. We're going to mix up 10 of our 1 hour epoxy here. 1 hour fast cure. So, this is going to be a little rough. I'm going to put it over here on the edge and see if I can get 10. Almost 2.5. And we're going to do it black. Okay, there we go. All right, there's our part B. Now, part A. All right, let's see if I can get it up to the 10 mark. And then we're going to just put a drop of black pigment paste in it and make our bee black. Almost. Where is that little line? There. Okay. 10. Perfect. Whew. Hard to eyeball. All right. Black epoxy pigment paste. You know what? I got some others that might be easier to use, but aren't as thick as this one. I just want to drop. Just let it drip, drop out. Because it's not a lot, and this stuff is so concentrated. Come on. It's so concentrated, I don't think I need more than a drop. Can I touch it down in it? No. It doesn't want to fall off. There it goes. Shoo. All right. Black. See how that does. Just mix it. So we got to mix this. It doesn't say how long. I know it didn't take that long to mix the other. I scrape the sides here just like you would with any. I don't want any unmixed getting down in this bee, and I'm probably going to have extra. Okay. I think I'm I'm going to do one more drop. It still looks kind of light, and I want him to be solid. Okay, second drop dropped really well down in there. Okay. Now, yeah, that's mixing it up a little darker. We'll paint his eyes and things after. Maybe paint him some yellow stripes, make him look like a yellow jacket, or what do honeybees look like? I'll have to look. They're probably like a brown looking color though, aren't they? Maybe I should have done him brown instead of black. Too late now, little bee. You're going to be a black bee. I should have looked up what a honeybee was. Because it doesn't look like no hornet. I hate bees. I don't kill them. I actually like to plant wildflowers so that they can pollinate. And honeybees are just about to become extinct. You got to protect those little suckers. Bumblebees. Maybe it's bumblebees I'm thinking of. But anyways, I don't like them. But I don't kill them either. Not like 8-legged critters. Them things are dying. I don't think it'd matter if they's going extinct. Not to me anyways. Just going to pop a few little bubbles. Stick acids very well. I will say that. Alright, let's see if I can pour this without getting it all over the lid. That white really stayed in those wings very well. Hopefully I've mixed this up enough. And hopefully I don't get no little bubble down in there. Okay. I'm just going to drip drop until I fill it completely up. I think I'm about there. I don't want to overflow it. But I do want him to be full. Another little drop. Maybe one more. And one more. Okay, he's full. Now, I guess we're going to get a black one. What we'll do with this one is we'll paint some gold or something around it. And I think it'll look really pretty highlighted in gold or silver or blue or whatever color we decide. I just like black and gold together. I think they look really pretty. Alright, get my little spatula so I can scrape out the rest. So he needs every drop he can get. He's like the red one. It only takes about 5 milliliters. So he doesn't take much. Great little extras mold. And you get the double-winged butterfly with it too. So, not bad. 3 molds together. Alright, last little drop here. Come on, you can drop off. You know you want to. There you go. Alright, now wipe the spatula off. And I'll get some silicone, not silicone, some mold release spray and wipe it down. Alright, spritz some alcohol. You see how well that's degassing on its own? That's awesome. To be an hour fast cure resin. And in an hour we can come back and we can it's ready for the bin. In an hour, we can come back and pour our regular epoxy and fill our jars. I don't see any bubbles down in that. Just by looking. I'll have to highlight that butterfly with something. Give it a little something, something. I'm not worried about these bubbles on top because I'm going to be hiding those when I fill them up. All right, guys, we'll let this cure up, and I'll see you guys shortly. All right, guys, so everything is cured up enough that we're ready to move on with our next layer. This time we're going to use our Bond Crafter epoxy resin that we do have a 20% discount code for. I'm going to mix up 10 ounces for our Beehive. It says 7 fluid ounces for that and 1.7 for this. So I'm thinking 10 because that's at least to 8.7, and I always end up needing at least an ounce or more. I got a little bit there, so I know that's going to cut down some. So I'm just going to mix up 10. If we have extra, we'll just make extras. But we're going to pour the Beehive first. I'm going to get this mixed up and get it into the vacuum chamber. Okay. There's 5. Now we have our part A. Always do my part B first. Let's go to 10. Almost. 10. Good deal. Now, all right. Clean this off. So we got to get some paste. And if I put any of that resin that's not mixed into my paste, it'll cure, and then my paste will end up clumpy. Now, I like the sand yellow paste from Eye Candy. I think it's such a pretty antique yellow color. Just mix it up very well. Paste can settle as they sit. So you just want to make sure your color's mixed up. Okay, I think that looks good. Isn't that a pretty beigey looking yellow? Now, you don't usually need a whole lot of this, so I might need a little more. It's usually very highly pigmented. All right, I'm going to use that much, guys, and see if that's enough. I just think this will make a really pretty color for that Beehive. And I don't want sparkle. Unusual, right? Yeah, plenty of color. See how highly pigmented pastes are? It doesn't take much at all. I love that color. And pretty. All right, guys. Don't need any more of that. I'm going to get this mixed up, get it in the vacuum chamber, and we'll be back to pour in just a moment. All right, guys. Got it out of the vacuum chamber. Just give it a little spritz in there, a little spritz in there. Just in case. I don't want any bubbles. Isn't that a pretty yellow for like an antique looking yellow? I think it'll make a pretty Beehive. If I don't get any bubbles in the bees, because I'm going to have to paint those bees after. Just keep on pouring. We're getting there. I'm going to check the bees once I get past the last one, I think, to make sure there's no bubbles in them. Okay, that bee doesn't have one. I think he's the last one. So let's see here. All right. I'm just going to press just in case. Put your stuff on a paper towel. Yeah, they look good. And you can move it around however you like. All right. Continue on. I think this jar is going to be so cute. Too bad it didn't have flowers too. Almost. I mixed up 10. I'm going to see exactly how much that little jar is going to take when I get this filled up here. All right. Let me look. A little bit more. There we go. All right. Let's see what we got left out of 10. Because it says it holds 7. So if that's true, I should still have 3. I'm telling you, I think they measure these with water, and then there's not enough. Okay, I'm just going to scrape that down. Get this off of here. All right. I actually have 3, so it took its 7. All right, now let's see about this one. Hopefully I don't get any bubbles under this lip. That's what I'm going for. I can see it filling up. I was hoping it would kind of move around. That way I got a bubble, I see it. I've got to get that out. I got one here and one here. So, get your little dotting tool. I'm just trying to pluck them out. Okay, I got that one. I hate fixing bubbles that get up under the lips of these molds. Okay. All right there. Sometimes I think they just move their way around instead of coming out. That one I seen come out. There's still a little one there. Okay, I seen him come out too. All right, I think that's it. I think we got them. Good thing about these molds is you can see through them. I gotta glue that together. I keep forgetting about it. You can actually see through them, so you can tell if there's a bubble down in there or not. Give that just a little spritz. Okay, and just fill this on up. Don't want to overflow it. And with spritz and alcohol, it's very possibility. Okay, I will have to trim that because it's not level. Okay. Let me look from the side. I think I can. Whoo! About dropped it. I hit the table. I think I can get a little more in there. Okay, I'm going to stop there. All right. Yeah, I got about an ounce left. So, I'm going going to let that sit for a minute because I'm going to go ahead and mix up 10 ounces for our next jar. And if we have any left, we'll mix them together and put it in a mold. So, get our Bond Crafter here. This is just the regular epoxy resin. Do 5. I'm tempted to do 12. I think I will. Let's just go on up to 6 and do 12. Okay. Here we go. Get our part A. Let's see, I use that side. All right, now let's go up to 12. Almost. I gotta put glue in this one because we're gonna put a little glitter in there. Okay, we're at 12. All right, got my Tea Expert green because this is a translucent green, but it's really, really pretty. It's really bright and pretty. Oh, y'all, I'm doing Christmas colors, green and red. What was I thinking? Yeah, plenty enough color, I think. I don't want it too dark. I got resin on me because of, I want the jar to be translucent. Yeah, I think that's good. Now let's add some of this glitter here and get it opened. Isn't that pretty? And like I said, I don't want a lot. I'm just going to do 1 scoop. Mickey's Secret Sauce. Avocado Go. Okay. Let's see what 1 scoop of glitter is going to do for this. Perfect. I do believe it's going to be perfect. Scrape my color off the side there. Isn't that pretty? See that? I think that's very, very pretty. Alright guys, I'm going to mix this for 3 minutes. I have 12 ounces, so I'll probably do, I don't know, maybe 8-9 drops of glue, clear glue. Picking it up, get it in the vacuum chamber, and we'll be back to pour in just a moment. Alright guys, got my resin out of the vacuum chamber. I think it's going to be beautiful. Just spritz a little alcohol in there. Now this is going to be thick. It's very gloopy. I did 8 drops of glue, and it seems like it is it's holding the glitter. The glitter doesn't seem to be sinking, but it doesn't mean it won't. If it does sink, I'm fine with that too. I think it'll still be pretty. Just slowly pouring this. I want all those butterflies to get filled. I don't want bubbles around them. I'm going to have to squeeze this probably a little bit just to make sure. There's one spot over here that looks like a huge, huge bubble. I gotta fix it. Did you see a bubble come out of there? All right, I'm going to go around this and just kind of move it around to make sure I don't got bubbles in the butterflies. It would be awful if I ended up with a butterfly that's missing part of it. I mean, look. Okay, that's a glitter. Looks good. I think they're good. I love this color. It's so pretty. I think this mold's almost full. I think I way over calculated. Which we still got the lid to do. Okay, I got some bubbles I gotta dig out. Okay. Get your little dotting tool. I need to glue mine back together, but it'll work. And just go around and try to get all those little bubbles out of there. You want to pluck them out. And that's a glitter. That's bubbles. You see the bubbles coming out of there? If I can get them. I can't get that one. There we go. Almost. Come on, bubble. There. Now, let me look over. I think we're good. Okay. I think it's good. Try to get that to drip off. Get it to drip off over here in the cup. All right. Now I can clean that off. Okay. Back where we were at. A little more down in there. You got to be careful with this when it's slimy consistency. Okay, that looks good. Now, hopefully, we can keep from getting bubbles around this edge. Okay. You have to kind of cut it in half. I hope I'm able to reshape this. If it cures too much, I may end up having to, okay, that's glitter. Glitters. I don't see any bubbles on this one. I see all glitter. If it cures too much, I'll have to take some heat to it. Pop it or soften it up a little bit and then reshape it. Okay. All right, it's good. It only held, gosh, I way overmixed. I should have stuck with 10. How much? On my line. I got 5.5 ounces, guys. We can make something much bigger with this. So 5.5 ounces. Let's move these out of the way. Remove that. Let's see. Put that up. Move that there. Swirl that around. All right, guys. Let me find a mold and we'll be right back. All right, guys. I have this bowl. Let me get it out. I've had it for a while. I don't know if 5.5 ounces is going to... We'll mix the other with it. Now, this one's not got glue and that one does. I don't know what these two colors are going to look like together. And it may turn out horribly wrong. But it's just an extra. Sometimes you can get some really pretty pieces when you think it's going to be so ugly. I just don't see how this one can turn out pretty, but we'll see. All right. Okay, I think I've got all I'm going to even try to get out of this cup. Now I'm just going to, because this does have that glitter or the glue in it, so I'm just going to kind of mix it just a little. We're going to take a spritzer, because we're going to need this to get this right down in there. Now let's start dumping the glitter or the resin. Let it flow. Gosh, I don't even know how much this takes. I think it's going to end up pretty. I really do. I hope I've got enough to fill it up. I think I do, but we'll see. Oh, definitely. I see bubbles coming out. Just see them popping up. Watch them. I've got one over here. I need to work him up. Come on, Pop. And that's all you got to do is just, with that glitter or that glue, you got to get those bubbles to pop out of there. Okay. Get some more in here. Now let's see if there's any more bubbles. I think we're good. I think this is going to be pretty. Smidgen more. Really want a smidgen of that green is what I want. Okay. And I've still got more. I've got 2.5 ounces. So let's do a flower. Move that up there out of the way. I'm trying to make sure it's not going to overflow there. want some of the green, not all of that yellow, beige, sand, whatever color you want to call it. I'm trying to get enough of these flowers to make something. If you guys are wondering why I keep making these little flowers, you can use them for quite a few things. You could put them on the top of your jars that don't have handles. Okay, I've still got a little bit. Move that over there. I'm going to have to take a little bit off of that because I feel like this one side is going to overflow on me if I'm not careful. So let's see. Just want to take a little smidgen from there. Get that back in it. Now I think it'll be okay right there. All right. Now what else can we do? I don't know if we have enough to do this little jar. I don't think we do. But we'll see. I'm going to fill the little bow up and then pour the rest in the bottom. I think it needs another little drop in there, but not much. There we go. Now let's fill the bottom up. Then if we have enough left, we'll fill the whole top. You can still see some of the glitter. It's got a little shimmer to it. Okay, I got some bubbles I gotta pick out of that. Yeah, we won't have enough for the top. I didn't think we would. But we got the bow. So I'll move that out of the way. I feel like there's something sticky. All right. You'll see that big bubble there? There's like a big, big bubble. Now I'm going to go around this and try to make sure I don't have bubbles, because there's another one. Try to pluck that one out. Okay. I'm just scraping around the bottom one. There's another little tiny bubble. I think I got it. And I pull that apart every time. There we go. I got to glue that. I'll remember eventually. Okay, let's... Now this, the green and that beige sand have really mixed. Okay, so that's good. So we'll move that over there. I don't have much left, so I don't know if we can get a druzy turtle. Maybe. We'll try. I mean, it is green, mostly. Let's see if we can put some more in this one over here. A little smidgen more in that one. I think we got a pair of druzy turtles out of it too. I think that one will hold the rest of that. Okay. I gotta clean these cups. Okay. And this last I'm putting over here in the flower. It can hold it. Alright guys, that's it. We got a lot. So we'll let all of this cure up and then we will come back for a demold. See how everything looks. See you then. Guys, everything is cured up. This is cured up a little too much, so I don't think this will fit this. We'll see. I haven't finished this one off, so I'm going to let that move on to the next video. Let's get our butterflies first. I always think these are so pretty. Even though they're matte, they're still so pretty. Okay. Get our turtles here. This is our mixed color of the green and the sand yellow. Little druzy turtles turn into earrings there. Okay. Now our rose. Really need to get some of this overage off. I've got it everywhere. I don't want it going down into this mold, and this mold is very stretchy, so it will definitely go down in there if I don't get some of that off. There's a piece of glitter. Now you know that glitter's just waiting to get in something. Alright, good enough. These roses always turn out so pretty, I think. And voila, so stretchy. Ooh, isn't that pretty? You can see some glitter in it. That is very pretty. And you all see the little shine and sparkle that's through it, I hope. Okay, now our bowl. And then we'll get to those. Okay, see if I can get this demolded. Get it started here. We got a bubble there. It's the only one I see though. Now, it's still stretchy. I'll have to put it back in shape. Most of the time they'll go back in shape on their own. Oh. Okay, get my mold turned back out. Isn't that a pretty bowl? You can see all the shimmer in there, the glitter. I love that color, the way it mixed. You can see a little bit through here with that translucent green. The rest of it has become opaque. Very pretty. Different. I might take a gold pin and go around the edge of that on the top. Alright, here we go. I've got to work my best to see if I didn't get any bubbles, if I can straighten this mold out. Trying to get that butterfly. Wow, that sucker's difficult. You can't even get down in there to him. It needs to be a little more stretchy. Okay, Where's my soap? I wonder if I can work that soap down into that butterfly and get that to come out. I think I did. Got some of the soap draining out now. Ooh. Slung my soap bottle. All right, let's dry him off. All right. I can highlight that butterfly, but I don't think I'm going to get this to fit. I think he's too misfigured. Might take some heat to the mold and see if I can get it to straighten out. All right, let's see if we can get this bottom piece out. I just felt like I scraped the resin. I did, right there. My fingernail went right into it. All right. You just got to roll it up. Roll and pull. There we go. And just twist that out. Okay. Move that out of the way. Yeah, it's got places that are matte and then places that are shiny. And it's a brand new mold, but it's not very good, is it? And see that lid? The lid looks good as far as shiny. The jar doesn't, but you can't get it to fit. Stretch the jar out. It won't fit. Alright, so that's a dud. I'm not even going to work on it since it won't work. I'll spray the bottom. You can use it as a pencil holder. The heat's getting on my nerves. 77 degrees in here, and I turned it all the way down and it still kicked on. Just kick it off. Alright. That butterfly jar would have been so pretty if that mold would have worked. Okay. I don't see any bubbles. Oh, no bubbles. Alright, let's see how our bee is. Might have to do him the same way and put some soap down in there. These are a little hard to get out. See if we can get the soap to work its way down in there is the thing. Okay, now pull on this side. Okay, I think we got that one. There we go. Oh, the bee looks really cute, doesn't he? Dry him off. I'll have to paint him some little yellow lines or something, paint his little eyes. I like that. Now this is an into-resin mold, so they're always better. I mean, a let's resin mold. Got into-resin on my mind. Okay. There we go. This little honey pot here. And hopefully I didn't get any bubbles. And just get this back to roll up. Oh, that is gorgeous. I have to paint my bees. Isn't that pretty? Okay, let me get it turned back the right way. Get all that soap to come out of there. Alright. Now, okay, that lid fits. Good deal. Oh, we'll have to paint the bees up. Very, very pretty. Love it. File the bottom down just a little bit. Alright, guys. I'm not doing anything to this row. I don't know, I might outline it in gold. Turn these into earrings. Outline these. I wished I could, even if I could get the jar to misshape to fit the lid, I'd be happy. I don't mind having a misshapen jar. You know what? It almost works. And I hate that. That's such a pretty jar. You know what? I believe that will work. If I hold that together, I might tape that down. Let that cure up that way, and that way the lid will fit. So let's see if we can get some tape to hold this. What tape do I want to use? Okay, give me just a second here. I want to see if we can get it to, I can't get the lid to move, but I might be able to get the top to move, right? Okay. Now, can I rip this and keep it somewhat even? Okay. Let's see if I can get this to hold down. And then I'll take the tape off after. And then we'll pry the jar apart. Okay. Will that hold it? Yeah, I think so. Alright, guys. I'll let that finish curing up that way. We'll work on these. And then I'll fix this one once it's completely cured. That still ain't down far enough. Okay, let's see. Maybe I need to do it more over here. There we go. Now, get this one. Oh, what'd I do to try to fix these suckers? I could use this to put my cotton swabs in if I can get it to stay down. Okay, I think that will work. Alright, you can see the lid's not going to quite fit perfectly, but alright guys, I'll see you guys back after the time lapse. See you then.
In Linda's room, the colors fly. Glitter swirls like stars on high. Pigments burst in neon streams. Epoxy whispers, liquid dreams. Magic happens pour by pour. A rainbow's trapped forevermore. mixing up butterflies on Linda's table. Little wings waiting for a story, for a label.
Hey guys, so I got everything done. So with my turtles, I just painted around the edges, spray sealed those up, and turned them into earrings. Just put some little dangly earrings on there. That's all I've done with the turtles. The butterflies, I took some gold, went around the edges and down the body, spray sealed these suckers up, trimmed the backs, and put some little magnets on there. That way I can just put it on my magnet board over there. The butterfly. The rose, I took some gold and went around the edges and highlighted those edges with gold, spray sealed this, and I did also ball the bottom down just a little bit. With the bowl, I took a gold paint pen, went around the edge, sealed that as well. Oh, forgot to fix the bubble. And I did trim around the edge. I had to fix that little bubble. Now, butterfly jar. I taped it down. Y'all seen I got it to fit somewhat to where it can be usable, at least. It's just finding how that goes on there to fit. There we go. Nope, because that edge just popped up. Well, I don't quite remember how I had it on there. Ooh, I'm going to break it. I think it went this way. Anyways, I did tape that down, and it did fit. I don't know. There we go. Now I got it. Like I said, it's very finicky. But anyways, I did go ahead and finish it. I painted up the butterfly. Painted gold around his wings and down his body. And then I spray sealed everything. And then glued on some little gold looking rhinestones on his wings. Just to give it a little something extra. But yeah, that will go off to the side. I'll take a picture of it anyways and post it at the end, even though it's kind of screwy. I love this little bee jar. I painted little gold lines around my bees. Painted all my bees black. Painted their wings up white. And painted them some gold lines. Trimmed the bottom. And spray sealed this as well. Isn't that the cutest little jar? And I'm telling you that paste is the perfect color for stuff like this. I love it. Alright guys, that's it. So I'll post some photos at the end, and I will see you guys back for the next video. So bye for now.